It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Evette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
Hi, I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel?
Well, Jeanette got a big smile on her face. So
Yes,
what's your traveling, Jay?
Okay, so I just got back on a solo trip or solo spontaneous trip that happened up trip to Orlando. I had a really wonderful time, but I see a lot of things going on in travel. We saw one trip we were kind of concerned about our flight attendant. There was an accident on a flight in Denver where they had to get on a event. What would be something, with us back traveling a lot now? There was an accident on an American Airlines flight where they actually had to get on they had to get on one of those, jump on that little
slide,
and fly out the plane or whatever.
Jeanette, when you arm that door,
okay,
when it's emergency, when you unarm the door, the slide automatically pops out of the plane.
Okay, so can you tell us some safety measures that we would have to do if something like that happens?
Well, if they tell you if the flight attendants tell you to brace or exit the plane, because they're going to open the doors, and it's a certain way you open the doors that will make the slide come out.
Okay.
You need to, and I saw people, because I saw a video, I saw people getting off with their luggage.
Yes, that's what I was. I saw backpacks and purses. I saw people falling. And one thing about safety with your kids, just imagine you got a newborn, 4 kids.
I heard a baby crying.
Yeah, I heard baby crying, but I saw people, one person flipped off the side because they were trying to hold their baby and bring their luggage at the same time, and flipped over on the side and came down falling.
Your life is more important than your luggage. That can always be replaced. Okay. Life cannot be replaced.
Okay.
And it wasn't like an engine fire or anything like that. It was the tire. Mm-hmm. The tire caught on fire.
Yeah.
Was it landing or was it?
No, they said that they heard a pop. They heard a pop. So they said that when they took off, they heard a pop and the tire must have burst or something like that. Uh-huh. And so they immediately went to a emergency landing because of that tire. So they didn't even get up to like any certain amount of feet into the air.
Yeah. I am in Denver. Well, that is my area, but I wasn't in Denver at the time. And I don't do those types of planes. I do commuter, the connection.
But I tell you, but it's just so many crazy stuff. I saw there was a co-pilot got arrested.
Yeah. I saw that
team on the plane.
Was it some pedophile stuff or something?
Yes, he had some children, some sexual material that included kids or something. So they must go through your locker, or so they had to have found it somewhere, because it was the marshal, and they immediately escorted him off that plane.
Somebody may have turned him in. I don't know how they could get, somebody may have turned. They sure do like to go on people's jobs, on these pilots, and get them instead of getting them at home. I tell you that much.
But I guess if you're working so many hours, and like you said, y'all always in these domiciles and hanging out, waiting for the flights. They say, "Hey, we finna catch you. We know you on this."
Probably so. They probably could never catch him at home, because we want to go. I'm at home now. I got here like at 1 p.m. yesterday, and I gotta leave in like 2 or 3 hours from now.
They stormed the cockpit and got him.
That was crazy. I mean, but it's just been some crazy news that have just been going on, and I'm like, down all the way down to Southwest is they trying to make it, which is so funny with Southwest. They trying to make it seem like, oh, we're doing a great thing. We're taking away you being able to find your seat. We're gonna get you a assigned seat, and you can pay more. What they trying to hype it up, but I'm like, people are mad.
So did y'all hear this also, that some airlines in particular, if you're traveling solo by yourself,
I
they
saw
charge
that.
you more than if
Yes,
you book,
yes,
you know,
yes.
two
I
people,
saw
three
that.
people. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
what?
wrong. That is
That
It
absolutely
is
is
wrong.
wrong.
absolutely wrong. And then, we keep hearing about, what Tracy Ellis Ross, she out on these solo travel, she can probably afford to pay more because she already in first
And no, but
class.
no, they said they were kind of shaming her about being like a single lady, like
If that
older and
woman
being
want
a
to be
single
single, let
woman.
her be single. That is
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in a relationship. If
No,
she
and you don't have to be
never wanted
married.
kids, never wanted a husband, never
Yeah.
wanted anything, and want
Everybody
to
have
do
different
life
life
on her
choices.
own, there's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
she
And you
said she
can't judge
did
a
want
person for that.
she wanted to be married and she wanted a family and she wanted kids, but that just didn't work out. The people that she dated, it didn't work out for her. She didn't the relationships didn't move along and she didn't press them to move along. And then the people that she dated that things just didn't work out with, or maybe they weren't the right person for her. She just didn't just go and marry somebody who she didn't feel like she'd be happy with. So she is a solo person
But I mean,
and she's being happy.
why should you be taken advantage of or treated any differently
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
choose to be single
Absolutely.
or you
Absolutely.
Because
choose to
people like to
travel alone?
judge.
That's
Yeah.
not even right
I
at,
don't think it's right. No, absolutely
any
not.
place or anywhere that you go. And
Yeah.
it's like, and I see the angst when I go places and I'm by myself. I'm sitting at the bar. I think I went last week. I went to a happy hour by myself, and of course, they were very attentive, and but they were. Are you waiting for someone? Are you wait? Why you always got to be
Gotta
waiting for
be with
somebody?
somebody because I
Yeah.
know I
Yeah.
will go somewhere in a heartbeat by myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at a certain age, why aren't you married or why don't you have
Yeah.
kids? And so
Yeah.
solo people get
Yeah.
treated wrong, and now they're even getting charged extra for flights.
Yeah, but you got to
Yeah.
think about it. You want to go on a cruise,
Yeah.
everybody can't go with you on a cruise at the
Yeah.
same time. So do you get, now you got to pay for a whole room by
Yeah.
yourself. They
Even
don't have
us, we
single rooms.
even with us, with us being three that travel, lots of times we got to get a fourth person.
Yeah,
We have to have an
sometimes.
even number. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like, it's just, unfortunate that, I want to try the best at cocktails at the top of the highest building and go to some of the most beautiful places in the world. And, and if you don't have a mate that wants to do that or even have a mate, then you should be able to do that. And I do
Absolutely.
like the concept that she's showing places where she's going and, things that she's doing as a solo traveler. But, it's funny how society just kind of feels like you got to have somebody with you.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. Like
You
You
know?
I
don't.
was in Seattle this past weekend and I said, you know what? And I was pretty far, maybe 30, 45 minutes away from Pike's, what is it?
Yeah,
Pike's
yeah.
Place, the
Mhm.
farmer's market.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, let me see how much is an Uber. It was expensive. I don't have that much. I
Yeah.
ain't rich like Tracy Ellis Ross. So I
Yeah.
figured out a way to get there. So I left my hotel, got on the hotel shuttle. They brought me back to the airport. I jumped on the
Okay.
train because
Okay.
that's my mode of transportation
Okay. You
these
figured
days.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped on the train and it brought me to the Westlake exit. It took about 30 minutes train ride. And
Okay.
then I just walked a block and I was like, boom, there it is right
There it
there.
Wow.
is.
Okay.
It was
Go
right
figure.
there. And I was
Fresh
like, oh, okay.
seafood.
I was like,
Yes.
so, and I was solo by myself,
Wow.
figured it out, got on a train in a unfamiliar territory,
Yeah.
Yeah.
went to a place where I had been there before,
Yeah.
and jumped back on the train, and it took me straight on back into the
Wow.
airport. Then I
Yeah.
was able to get on my flight and come on home.
Yeah, you were in Sioux Falls just the other day too. So
Yes, I
you
love, and you
exploring.
know what? Maybe you need to name this a series like Evette solo activities or something,
Yeah, things to do
because
solo.
because you're inspiring people to go out and do things. I mean, you're even inspiring me to go out and do new things on my own. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't, Jeanette. I don't never really see you do things by yourself, but
yeah, but you're inspiring me
you
too.
gotta figure it out. So
Yeah.
what I do is like wherever I have layovers and I know it's gonna be a long layover, I just try to Google or I go on the Facebook marketplace, not marketplace, Facebook, and try to see where other flight attendants are going.
Yeah.
Because we pretty much stay in the same hotels,
Yeah.
pretty much in every city. And they say, well, I was in a particular hotel in Sioux Falls, and they was like, just walk 3 blocks and you're gonna be at the falls. And I was like, what? I was like,
Yeah.
let me go and check this out. And I just walked, and there it was, boom.
Yep. And sometimes that's just what you have to do. You have to just, take the chance. I'm always going to say, be safe, keep your head on a swivel. That's my favorite thing to say is, because you always want to pay attention. And, and everybody don't need to know you're traveling alone. They, you let them know, hey, give the impression that you're finna go meet somebody.
Absolutely.
Even if you are going to sit somewhere alone or take an excursion by yourself, because, it's just something that, if you want to see the world, sometimes you got to do it by yourself.
Yes.
My husband has my location. My kids have my location.
Yeah.
Plus, being a flight attendant, we travel in a crew. So it's always going to be 2 flight attendants, a pilot and a co-pilot. And if you do leave the hotel and go somewhere alone, let one of them know where you're going.
There you go.
So Evette, you're gonna see me posting some solo activities because you're inspiring me. You're inspiring me to do some solo activities.
All right. Hey, that's what we need to do. Hey, get out there, do it solo, and pay attention.
Yep.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas. See ya.
Flying solo.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
Hey, it's Shaletta. I'm here at Xfinity Mobile getting a new phone for my teenager. Great plans, reliable coverage, perfect for our family. Now my teen enjoys fast speeds to stay connected no matter where the day goes. Plus, get an extra line free for a year. Y'all better switch to Xfinity Mobile today.